Scorpio, it's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Scorpio season 2023. And today I want to talk about love, romantic love, the ooey gooey, yucky love stuff. So settle in, relax, hydrate, light it if you got it. Because I plan on going in. I got multiple decks out. And love is in the air. Love is in the air. Everywhere I look around. So this is your girl Jay, the High Priestess. And we are going in. I don't even know where I want to start first. Actually, I have some notes that I want to address. Y'all, look at what I be doing for y'all. How hard I be going in for y'all. I love you too. Exactly. Anyway, so JWST, the new and the new on satellites and or telescopes. Photographed the Orion Nebula, and for the first time ever they found 80 Jupiter-sized objects. They're not stars, they're not planets. Right now they're just calling them jumbos. It's like Jupiter something objects. They are the size of fucking Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet. Jupiter is Big Daddy. They found 80 Jupiter-sized objects traveling together in pairs. In pairs, y'all. This is not like this is not a drill. This is unprecedented. This isn't like a thing that's been seen. And what I got out of this is that there are people that are very much so destined to be together, that have not met yet, that are soon about to discover each other. I feel like this is like destined souls reuniting, destined partnerships coming together and meeting, a rise of new like power couples. But I also feel like this is like true healthy examples of what like love is supposed to look like. True healthy examples of, let me see, true healthy examples of relationships that I feel like we can actually aspire to or look up to or be inspired by. And I want to pull about that. I'm going to pull from the Ethereal Visions deck, because there's new love coming in. And let's say that you're already partnered. This could be like a destined soulmate, like a soulmates can be friends. And so there could be some sort of, or like a reunion or a reinvigoration of your current relationship. Like finally taking a stand together. Of course, I have something in my fucking eye all of a sudden. Like you guys finally coming together, taking a stand together, revolutionizing something together. 80 Jupiter-sized objects floating together in pairs. And that's just what they found so far. What does it mean? What are these these 80 Jupiter-sized objects that they found transiting in pairs? What does that mean for us? What are you trying to tell us, Spirit? What's going on in love? The Knight of Pentacles reversed. You don't have to work for it. It doesn't have to be so hard. I feel like love is coming in and it's not going to be a chore. It's not going to feel like a job. It's not going to be this thing that requires all this hard work and details and planning. And it feels like there's something that's coming in with the 8 of Pentacles. Something that it's like you do the work effortlessly. Judgment on the bottom of the deck. I feel like we are being called towards each other, pulled towards each other. It's like These couples, these pairs that are coming in, that are coming together, have work to do in this earth realm, in this plane, in this dimension. You guys have work to do together, but it's not gonna feel like work. I feel like it's not a whole bunch of, let me get one more. It's not a whole bunch of work on your actual relationship. It's like not like bending over backwards or so strenuous to like have to compromise constantly and to fix things and to make it work and all of that. No, it's not going to be one of those. It's not going to be like that. One more message about these jumbos. What are they signifying for us? Also, the end of the hunt. The end of having to like fight for your love connection. King of Swords. I feel like you these unions are coming together to, and it will be public. It's like, I feel like you guys have work, like public work to do together. This could be like public speaking or teaching. This person may be coming in. I feel like these couples are coming in together to help elevate the consciousness of the collective, to help elevate the like thought process, to help elevate people's connection to their reasoning mind and to logic. And so there are things that like, I just heard logical application. There's something about like these couples are coming together and they're going to be able to provide this logical application for like how to make love work, how to make life work, how to, you know, operate in the family. There's just this like rising up. I feel like it's like a teacher energy that's coming in. Please clarify the Knight of Pentacles reversed. It's kind of giving teacher vibes in some sort of way. The Arise. Yeah, there is this like uprising, this rebirth that I feel like comes, that it's like, it just keeps giving me effortless. It's like not something that you have to work for. It's not this relationship or this hardship that you have to work for. I feel like, but it is about as above, so below. It's like the heavens are reflecting the energy that's about to be transmitted into the earth, or that's coming into the earth. And this has to do with about like an uprising. It has to do about getting to a higher echelon or higher level of consciousness through nakedness, through intimacy, through observation, through documenting. I feel like this is what you saw in your vision is coming true. What you wrote down, what you asked God for is coming through. This man is like writing, hunched down, like writing or documenting what he's seeing. And it's just like, I had this vision. I saw this thing. I wrote this down. I wanted this. This is what I asked for. One more for the Knight of Pentacles reversed, please. This is what I asked for. Five of Swords. And because this is what I asked for, it's going to cause us to cut ties with what is no longer serving us. Cutting ties with the old mindsets. Cutting ties with the old beliefs about love. Cutting ties with old dramatic people in the world. People who cause you a lot of stress. People that you want to move away from. There could just be, like, I feel like these unions are coming in and generating movement in the collective. What are these people here to do? What are these couples coming in? What are they uniting to do? To love. To love and give love. Devil on the bottom of the deck. To fuck. To procreate. To lay down or to usher in new bloodlines. New, more angelic, more ethereal, more supernatural bloodlines. These couples are coming together to love to love each other and have a love that is so great that it just shines. It transmutes dark into light. It transmutes negative into positive. It really inspires other people that have the like chance, the opportunity to see it. I actually really want to clarify the King of Swords too. Please clarify the King of Swords. Told you. Five of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. These couples are going to come together. We're going to heal each other's traumas. We're going to help each other heal our traumas. I feel like we're going to help each other grow. We're going to help really figure out what true love is. And I feel like it's like in the midst of such destruction, Five of Pentacles, in the midst of feeling like a black sheep or feeling left out and feeling like, or maybe some of us have given up hope, thought that we're just going to be alone for forever. I feel like caught up, a lot of us are stuck in trauma bonds or traumatic cycles, and I feel like we are going to get a deeper understanding, like a piercing, fierce understanding of what love really is and what to do with it and how it can transform nations, how it can transform hearts, how it can transform souls and psyches and minds. And then there's also a group of us, because when I got, the message was love is in the air. And when the second thing, when I got that, the first thing I thought was about the jumbos, the Jupiter-sized objects. And then I heard love is in the air, so I'll hold my breath till my face turn purple. Keep a few bad bitches in my circle. Shout out to Lil Wayne. That's HYFR. Hell yeah, fucking right. His song with Drake. And so there are some of us who is like, love is in the air, and you're like, ooh, what do I do with that? I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I'm, too bad. It doesn't matter if you're ready or not. It's going to be positive, and it's coming, and it's going to reveal a lot about you. It's going to illuminate a lot about you. And I feel like you already have the playbook. You already have experienced enough red flags. You've already been burnt. It's like you get this because you're burnt out, because you're tired. You've already experienced enough red flags, so now you know what to say no to, and you know what to consider. And so there is this, like, it doesn't matter if you're trying to hold your breath because love is in the air. You gonna get this work. You gonna get this love. So for the people who are in the HYFR vibes, love is in the air, so I'll hold my breath till my face turn purple. What do those people need to hear? Please give us messages for the ones who are afraid of love. The Divine's going to come in and show you that the error of your thought process. I feel like that is the end of this mindset. The end of this mindset, you holding yourself off to love, because it's coming either way. It's coming in and it's going to change your mind. Ooh, it's coming in and it's going to change your mind. It's going to have you, it's really going to change your mind about family. I feel like this is a change that you've been putting off for such a long time, but you can't fight it anymore. You can't fight it anymore. No more fighting. The Nine of Wands reversed. The Nine of Wands is a soldier home from war. And I feel like you're finally healing from some profound pain, which is why you're so averse to intimacy and romantic love. But the fight is over. Victory is yours. It will be yours. You will overcome the obstacles that have had you so afraid, so terrified to feel. You've been putting off this change, this transformation for way too long. And in Scorpio season, it's like, sorry, baby, time's up. Some love's gonna come in. And a lot of us are being prepared for it. And I feel like with the sun reverse, this is something that we don't see coming. It's something, I mean, I'm giving you a heads up. Please clarify the sun reverse. It may come at a time like you may be feeling really tired. You may be feeling drained. You may be feeling on guard, really, really reserved. You may be in victim mentality for some of us. But you about to be somebody's husband or wife. You about to be somebody's mama, possibly, as well. Please clarify the sun reversed. I felt like something flipped over. All right, please clarify the sun reversed. For everybody who is scared of love, it just feels like, sorry. You've been afraid of love because you've been in this place where God has really like forced you to establish a new relationship with yourself. Forced you to establish a new relationship to confidence. I feel like your confidence has been rebuilt, is being rebuilt, has been rebuilt. You've established a new relationship with yourself. You've established a new relationship with your mind. And now it's time to reevaluate your definition of togetherness. What do you want your togetherness to look like? And it doesn't have to be monogamous. For some of you, this could be like you starting to realize, okay, I feel safe to open up. I feel safe to have another really heartfelt partner. I feel really safe to let new energy in, let new love in. There could also be something here with kids. There may be somebody coming in and and you were like, I'm never dating anybody with kids, and they may have kids. They may have 1 or 2 children. Please continue to clarify the sun reverse. What don't we see coming? What's being hidden? What's underneath this? Please clarify. The Emperor and the King of Cups. Some of us are in this place, like, I feel like, especially if you identify as a feminine, as a woman, there is something about like you've been in your masculine energy for a really long time, and I feel like somebody's coming in that's going to help you finally give you the opportunity to be in your feminine. It's like a real man is coming, a real zaddy vibes is coming in. Somebody who really like knows how to show up. Somebody who I feel like has their shit together. I feel like you're getting to the point where you're getting your shit together in a way that you haven't ever before. And I feel like you get to travel with this person, grow with this person, or this person maybe, you may meet this person while you're traveling or while they're traveling. This person, you also there could be some stuff coming up about like, I've been held up from accepting love because of unresolved trauma with my father, or I keep attracting men that behave like my father. I feel like a lot of us, what's coming to light are our true beliefs about the opposite sex. Our true beliefs. It's like a lot of us are crying, praying, asking God for a sensitive, caring man, but we then turn around and make fun of a man for crying. Or we are asking the divine for a healthy relationship with a person, and then but we don't have healthy relationships with ourselves, or we don't know how to feel, we don't feel worthy of love, or we're not, letting that kind of stuff in. It just feels like there's this old immaturity that is like checking out. Immaturity has left the chat. I feel like the people that are coming in, these jumbos, these unions that I'm talking about, these people are coming in. When they come together, it's like this grown shit. Please clarify the 10 of Swords. What mindset is ending, or what mindset needs to end? I don't want to be a player no more. Even if you're polyamorous, I feel like you're still starting to settle down. There is this kind of like maturation that's coming in, like an adult behavior. This just like, I don't want to act like that. I don't want to play anymore. I want something real. I want somebody that I can build with, that I can grow with. I feel like we're getting out of party mode. I feel like a lot of us have been prioritizing time with our friends, or prioritizing party and bullshit, and party and bullshit. And the end of that is finally drawing in, because the pace is getting ready to pick up. And there is this, like, I feel like what needs to end is like the willingness to cheat, the leave before I get left, the I'm gonna numb this out. Let's get under somebody to get over somebody. That stuff is leaving. That mindset is leaving and being replaced with a new definition of stability, a new understanding of what it means. I feel like it's like we're reclaiming or redefining settling down and what that means. Please clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Because I feel like we don't need to fight anymore. Yeah. I feel like everything is way more spirit-based, intuition-based. I feel like you're getting ready to make a family with somebody, and it doesn't have to be making a family. I don't mean having children. Like uniting, or there's like a union with somebody that has the same spiritual beliefs that you do, or that doesn't make fun of your spiritual beliefs. Somebody that really like stands 10 toes down for you. Somebody that is really just down for you and doesn't play about you. Somebody that prays for you. Somebody that prays with you. Somebody that really is in awe of your connection to the divine. And they want to start a family with you. And you don't have to fight anymore. You don't have to put all this effort into it. For those of you who are single, I feel like I'm letting you know now, like, it's time to start really figuring out what it is that you want in love and start really putting yourself out there into the world so that you can get the things that you want. So I want to break this up real quick. I probably should do a timestamp. Maybe one of you will do it. I love you, please help. But I want to do a pull for those who are in relationships. Let's get some advice for those people who are watching this who are in relationships or who are married or committed already. What's the word? Two of Pentacles reversed. Work may be getting in the way. Page of Cups reversed. There may not be enough romance going on. Five of Pentacles just flashed. Some of us are in relationships where there's a lot of stress because there's a lot of financial stress. And so I feel like the financial stress, it's time to talk more. It's time to communicate more. It's time to get things back in balance. Some of you are in a relationship and it's polyamorous, and I feel like you may be polysaturated. You may not be juggling or handling like multiple people well. Also, some of you are in relationships with people and you feel like this person is cheating on you, or you are recovering from this person possibly cheating or straying in some sort of way. And it feels like those, but if that's not the case, then I feel like those of you who are in relationships or marriages, there is a bit of an emotional roller coaster. There is a bit of like an emotional kind of seesaw, and it's time to really focus on getting grounded in your relationship, figuring out what it is that actually matters to you guys, what it is that you actually want. Some people, if you're in a situation with somebody and you found out that they cheated and you stayed anyway, let me go ahead and tell you to pack your bags, because they're not done yet. And you're in a situation that you know your ass shouldn't be in. You know who you are. This message isn't for everybody. But some of you are in a relationship and you are with a whole trash can with legs. It's like you are holding hands with a walking trash can. And part of you already fucking knows this. And you know that you're in a situation that you know your ass shouldn't be in anymore. And I'm telling you, you're getting ready to go. Because you got a whole jumbo waiting out for you. You got a whole like your destined divine counterpart is out there. Quit playing. Some of y'all are getting ready to leave these relationships, or you're with people who may be getting ready to leave you, especially if they have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements. If things are on the rocks and y'all aren't talking about shit, I feel like somebody's about to move something. They're also, okay, on the more positive end of that, some of you are in relationships and you both are the people involved are workaholics. or traveling a lot. And so there could just be a lot of distance felt. You just may not feel close to your person right now. There could be a lot of traveling, or you guys have been hustling hard to buy a house or to move somewhere, and I feel like it's getting ready to happen. That new transition, that new place to live, or the travel is gonna go well. I feel like, but the overall message that I'm getting for people in relationships or marriages is like working too much. It's time to get like reconvene. It's time for check-ins, more consistent check-ins with each other so that you can get grounded, get more like a solid stance on the ground. Because some of you who are in relationships or in marriages are just relying on the structure of the relationship, like that the structure, just the fact that you're in a relationship is what is giving you all this confidence, versus like the ooey gooey love and connection that I have and that we feel in this relationship. See how even though like the sun is coming in? It's interesting. Let's get a couple more for those in relationships. If you're in a relationship and you're thinking about leaving, what's the advice for the people who are in a relationship who are thinking about leaving? If you're thinking about leaving, I feel like there's your sign. But that could just be your trauma that's like making you fearful. For those watching who are in relationships or marriages and they're thinking about leaving, leave. If you're thinking about leaving, leave. Be done. Even if it's just like, oh, that's my trauma. No, be done. Because very well, you may be the problem. If your heart isn't healed, the Three of Swords, and then he's holding 3 swords. If you're thinking about leaving, I feel like there is a lot of drama or resentment or disappointment that you can't sweep under the rug anymore, boo-boo. It's... Don't be a groupie, keep it fucking moving. You know the motto. Some of y'all are brand new around here, but a lot of y'all already know. That will be the first Spartan Spirit Squadron shirt. Don't be a groupie, keep it fucking moving. I'll probably don't be a groupie, keep it moving. What's the outcome of staying and ignoring this hunch to leave? Your wishes won't come true, and you'll feel like your well ran dry. You'll feel like a waste of time, a waste of investment, especially if you're married. And you're like, oh, but we're married and we have all this time together, but I'm harboring all of this pain and ache, and we've tried to go to therapy, we can't work it through, or blah, 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 we're not communicating well. Bye. It's time to initiate the process. If you stay and ignore that hunch to leave, you will not fulfill all that you can fulfill. I'm going to just put that out there. But for those in happy marriages and happy relationships and everything is going well, let's get a word for y'all. Yeah, you may have been happy, but I do like you may be happy, but there have been, I feel like, independent, like anxiety and depression that you guys have had to get over, and I feel like you're getting through it. For those of you who are in partnerships, and yes, everything's happy, nobody's fucking around or anything like that, there could just be like an end of a cycle of depression or anxiety, a need for more travel, a need for more impulsivity, a need for more exploration. I feel like there's a need to get stuff off your chest, a need to learn how to communicate more efficiently, just to keep, you know, everything like fresh. But I do feel like you guys are moving, like you're happy and you mean it, and because you're finally like moving away from all this heaviness, like dropping all this. The Fool travels light, and I feel like you finally are dropping the heaviness of emotion that had been weighing on you guys. No, it's not that warm. And if you are in a marriage or a relationship or a commitment and you're happy, I just feel like there is all this new potential. There's maybe an opportunity to move, to go somewhere new, travel, explore. I feel like that would really like spruce things up, because I feel like one person in the relationship is kind of depressive, or is kind of anxious, or is struggling to get over loss or grief in some sort of way. And it's like you guys need somebody needs a new environment or a new experience. For those committed in a relationship, what advice do they need? There is no healthy we without a healthy me. There is no healthy interdependence without healthy independence. So keep your individuality at the forefront, because you can't pour from an empty cup. And that feels really important to remember. Okay, for the single babies, I want to have a little more fun, and I'm going to pull from the Fortune Queens. I never use this deck because I just love it so much. But I want to today. And they're also massive cards. Look at how big these cards are. And it's like as big as my hand. So, for those who are single, let's get some messages for the singles. Six of Swords. You got to get out of the house. You got to travel. You got to explore. I feel like there is something about those of you who are single, don't stop going out with like your bitter, hating ass friends. Go out with the fun people, or go by yourself. I feel like some of you are like single and you're trying to get somebody. Those of you who are single, like you may need to check your friend group, or who you go out with, who you try to like go hunting. You know, who you go hunting with. I feel like if you're hunting with the same person and like somebody is a hater because you're, you know, like you dress up nice and you take care of yourself and you're accentuating your curves and doing all these things, and you may be going out trying to find somebody with like your frumpy friend, and they may just like fuck with the energy or fuck with your vibe in some sort of way. Don't hang out with haters. For those single people who have a trip coming up, or are traveling, or are moving in some sort of way, I feel like you need to be looking cute consistently, because somebody wants to come in, and I feel like that you're like, oh, me? Oh, were you talking to me? Oh, hi. Like you're just... oh, hi. Me? There's this like look back at it. Ah. I don't know. There's something like you got to get out in the world. That is way too many cards. Oh my God. Half the damn deck just fell on the ground. So, King of Swords after that. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles, Page of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. All right, this was a lot. Six of Swords to the King of Swords. I feel like you are the single folk. I feel like we are moving toward like breaking out of a mindset of fearing betrayal, fearing being taken from. I feel like you are on your throne. You're on your shit. You have processed your pain. You don't need to be entering the dating pool afraid or insecure anymore. I feel like if you are going to enter the dating pool, you need to show up motherfucking like glitz and glam and ready and confident. Because like attracts like. If you go to the dating pool and you show up insecure, then you're going to attract insecure. If you go and you're unhealed, you will attract unhealed. If you go and you feel unworthy, you will attract someone that affirms your unworthiness. So I feel like it's time we're moving towards, single people are moving towards, or polyamorous people who are on the hunt for new partners. I feel like there is this moving towards being more masterful with our minds, being more masterful with our thoughts, cutting out disbelief, cutting out fear, cutting out anxiety around dating. Because I feel like you have done your work, baby. You have done your work. And the fruit of your labor is starting to show. And you don't need to hack at it with disbelief and fear and insecurities. It's just a matter of like, hey, I've planted these seeds. I've watered these seeds. I've watered this bush. And I'm ready to tend to it. I'm ready to prune it or cut it. Some of you may need to some of y'all, it's like you go out, especially if you're going out and you're traveling, you may meet somebody that you want to hook up with. So you need to be sure to shave or something so you don't feel insecure. I feel like there may be some of us are getting ready to meet air signs. People with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements, people who are fun, people who are maybe more jovial or precocious than we are. Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. I feel like while you're tending to you, while you've done your work, you've you're taking care of yourself, and then I feel like somebody swoops in. This feels this feels very surprise chance meeting. Somebody swoops in, and then all of a sudden, because you're happy, it's like somebody swoops in and you're really happy, you're really excited, you're loving life, you're feeling very celebratory, milk and cookies, ho, confident, dunking on these hoes. Some of you may meet somebody at a coffee place, or while you're getting milk or cookies, or while you're getting dessert, or there could be somebody that tries to take you on a date where it's we get sweets or something of that nature. But I feel like this new love that's coming in for us single people, as soon as it comes in, all of a sudden you're like, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I can do this. I may be still broken. I don't know. There could be just this really negative voice in your head that's the overlord or some overseer, the negative overseer in your mind. And that's you sure you ready? Remember the last time you did this, they did that. Remember the last time you trusted, the last time you tried, the last time you put your heart on the line. And it's just I feel like we're in a place where you're feeling really, really strong, and then somebody new comes in and it's just what do I do with my hands? Or the vibe is this is not a drill. This is what we trained for. I don't know what to do. What the fuck? Hydrate. But you're being asked to turn away from that. You're being asked to acknowledge the fears that come up so that you can allow for your own personal glow up. I feel like when love comes in, you're no longer that person that stops their whole life and derails their whole life and stops working and stops tending to their responsibilities. You don't, and because it's one comes in, and then for some of you, especially if you have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements, it's all of a sudden there was a drought. You decide to be taking care of yourself, healing. You put yourself out there, and then all of a sudden there's all these options. There's all these people to choose from, all these different personalities, and they all scratch different itches. And I feel like people are absolutely wanting to invest time in you, the Six of Pentacles. And it's just this is due, this is fair, this is due unto me. Of course, I'm a fucking goddess. Of course you're responding to me this way. I'm a fucking, goddess. Of course you're responding to me this way. Of course you're treating me this way. And I feel like there are multiple people that are going to come in. And so you need to take your time and invest your time, money, and energy slowly, so that you can really be sure that you're looking before you leap, that you can be sure that you are are making the right decisions. But I also feel like those of you who are single and looking, that work is a #1 priority right now in some sort of way, or a really high priority right now in some sort of way. And it's like love comes in and then all these offers come in. There's all this like interest in you. And I feel like good for you. Don't feel like you have to like settle or stop doing something because you know, whatever. I didn't even know what I asked for, but I just pulled out a monkey. So there could be somebody really playful coming into your life, very smart, but also very playful. Please clarify. For all the single people, please clarify the 6 of Swords. What do we need to turn our back on? A butterfly and a dragonfly. The people who will just like, the people who are so flighty. I feel like these non-committal ass people, I feel like it's time to turn your back on. It may be somebody with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements. It may be somebody that's like a stoner or really like disconnected or really like not grounded. Somebody that's not realistic about you. It's time to be done with that. Please clarify the King of Swords. Who dat? Because I feel like somebody's coming in and they're coming in hot. They're mature. They know what they want. An elephant. They got a big they. An elephant never forgets. So my dick remembers everything. Childish Gambino line. And I feel like this person's coming in, like it feels familiar. The elephants never forget thing. There's something about like, my soul didn't forget you, I didn't forget you. Or that could be something that this person is coming in and saying. They may have Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements. They may be glittery and gold and it looks like everything's perfect. It could be like, this feels too good to be true. I don't know what to do. This is like making my spidey senses tingle all of a sudden. And if you feel that way, don't be afraid to take it slow. It's a turtle. Turtle, turtle. Don't forget, the tortoise won, y'all. Don't forget, taking it slow is okay. Okay, these people who are attracting in all of these options, how do we handle all of these options that are coming in? 7 of Cups. I feel like we handle the options by way of taking our time, going really slow, letting people show us who they are, investigating, observing. And I also feel like the divine, this little Tinkerbell, the divine is going to be bringing, it's going to like bring them to you. It's like the one, it's not going to be, you're not going to have to work for it. It's going to feel like it was brought to you. It's going to feel like it was a gift. What do we do about all these options? I feel like something, it's like someone, they come and they give it to you. I pulled the same charm twice. I didn't even know that there were multiples in here. Twin flames, twin souls, your soulmate. I feel like you guys will come together like magnets. You'll be like, it's like there is somebody that I feel like mirrors you. It's like you're my mirror staring back at me. I never got any clearer with anyone else beside me. It's like you both have wings. You both are bringing something to the table. See how they're both holding something? It's like they, and it feels like it'll be obvious who the right choice is because you won't mind following this person, or they don't mind following you. They don't, it's like, it doesn't matter who's in the lead. It's like, well, this is us. We're doing this. Duh. It's us. I feel like those of you who have a lot of options that suddenly come in, it'll be very apparent who the right option is. Another wing. I feel like the divine is deeply involved in this. The love that you experience with this person, it makes you feel like you can fly. It makes you feel like you can do anything. That's how you'll know. It's not the one that makes, you know, like, that makes the best comments or makes all the money, or it's just like somebody, I feel like, I don't know why I keep feeling like Red Bull gives you wings. Like there's someone that brings you out of your shell. It's a cute little shell. Someone that brings you out of your shell, you bring them out of their shell. You may meet this person at the beach, or something significant happens at the beach with you and this person. And I feel like that's how you'll know. Or they'll give you a shell, or give you some kind of maybe abalone. Or they have a lot of like shells or beach things in their home, in their environment. Maybe they're from the beach or some place like Florida, or like have a, you know, a kind of like beach light, or what is that around here? Not Lake George, that's St. George, Lake Powell, like those kinds of people who like grew up by water, possibly too. And with the Six of Pentacles, it's just like we're not begging anymore. You feel luxuriated, you feel taken care of, you feel seen. And a lot of that is the work that you did on yourself. Let's clarify the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you've gotten so grounded into who you are that you act as an anchor for other people, or other people are coming in and they act as an anchor for you. There is this like anchoring down. And I also just heard Ellie Goulding's version of tessellate. Triangles are my favorite shape. 3 points where 2 lines meet. Some of you, this is like you find somebody who's down, whose like definition of polyamory matches yours. Some of you, this is like a masculine and a feminine coming in. For some of you, it's like they may have Libra placements. They may have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements. Someone may be in the military or was in the military, maybe the Navy or the Coast Guard. But I do feel like there is something here about, oh, I just got a ringing in the left side of my ear. Yeah, I feel like this person that comes in as an anchor that invests in you, they may have military experience, but I feel like they're definitely like masculine. Regardless of their genitalia, they are a masculine person. So I want to pull a couple more in regards to love. I want a few oracles. Actually, I'm going to pull one from La Manada. For as far as like sexual connection, please give us some messages for the coupled people, the people who are in relationships or marriages. What advice do they need in regards to their sexual connection? Married or couple, or you know, in relationship, committed, married or committed people. 8 of Wands. The pace is getting ready to pick up. I feel like there is something about self-pleasure, self-love, your fantasy world, expanding your fantasy world, playing with like role playing or dressing up or being more of an exhibitionist, like fucking outside in the wild, in the world. King of Air, again, another king, the King of Swords, and then the Six of Swords coming in. Both of those cards have come out previously. And so for those of you in relationships, I feel like study how to get the fire back. Study and put some mental energy behind your exploration, your sexual exploration. Something needs to be more primal. It needs to be more experimental. And I'm also getting like an exhibitionist, like this woman sitting above the city, this, you know, and so there is something here with like lots of Aquarian energy. So if you are in a relationship or committed, if you're married or committed, I feel like there is a change coming into what you know. A change coming into how you communicate that knowing, how you communicate to each other. And I feel like more play is needed, more fire is needed, more heat. So the way that you can bring it back around the sexual chemistry is also like, this may be too explicit. It's like setting something up where you're playing with yourself and your partner's watching, or vice versa. There's just something here with like playing with voyeurism, playing with like sight, playing with senses. That's really needed. But I also feel like mind games. There's something about stimulating each other mentally, stimulating each other with like conversation, with new facts, with new information or knowledge that you've gained on whatever, you know, topic turns you guys on. I also feel like if you're a masculine, you will very much so get your SD'd if you come back to your person talking about, oh, I did some research on this, and I was like researching on intimacy, or on like how to get better head, or how to, you know, the 8-hour orgasm, whatever the fuck. Like, I feel like there is something rewarded by way of like doing research or applying like mental energy to it. So for the single people, what advice are the single people needing in regards to sex and sexuality? Four of Swords reverse. Again, get out of the house. Get out of your head. And then the Chariot reversed. So in regards to sexuality, also it's like, stop sending so many nudes. Stop, like, I feel like this is like a pull away. Yeah, Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. This feels like a pull away from apps and sites and using technology to find a partner. It feels like there is something about getting out of bed, going outside, really getting out of like the theater of your mind where you're just imagining things, and it's like, go out into the world and let yourself experience some stuff and watch that new love and connection and intimacy come in. Please clarify the Four of Swords reversed. Singles, I feel like go to a concert, go somewhere where there's live music. Knight of Cups reversed. I also feel like don't be afraid to, like, some of us are afraid to approach people. You got to get out of your head around like your fear of being like flirty with people, or your fear of talking to people, or your fear of approaching people. It's time for you to learn how to play the game. And I also feel like don't date or fuck people who like won't go down on you, or who like have that conversation before you allow that activity. It's like, if that person, there's something like like screening people. It's time to like screen people better. Please clarify the Chariot reversed. Going to car clubs, or not going to the car clubs, or going to places that there could be like meeting somebody at the car wash, or meeting somebody when it has something to do with a car or a vehicle, or traveling. Temperance, clarifying the Chariot reversed. Don't be afraid to be patient. Take your time. I feel like when you're in a place of play, see how they're on the swing? When you're on a place of play, it comes to you. Please clarify the Ace of Cups. I'm telling you, that connection, that love connection wants to come in. The sexual connection wants to come in. You get to choose what it is. Something you want to keep on. Something we want to cling to. Something we want to hold on to. And then the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Some of you are afraid to have sex on the first date. And it's just like, you wouldn't be afraid if you would check your expectations. If you know that you have an expectation of like, I'm looking for a relationship and I don't want to just hook up, then don't hook up on the first date. But if you do it, don't give yourself a hard time about it. That's your business. Do what you want to do. It feels really important to, like, all of the messages that are coming out have like big time. It's like, it's time to talk about stuff. It's time to get like better in regards to like communicating, just across the board. Let's just get general messages, please, about love. Heart chakra and joy and stability. 2 4s. I'm telling you, the jumbos are telling us, they're alerting us that like union is coming. Strong union. And that's why I'm like, it's really important to have your heart together. It's really important to have your foundation together. So when this new person comes in, you're not scrambling to find a foundation. You're not feeling all helpless and hopeless. The 2 4s make an 8. A lot of us have been feeling really hopeless or helpless when it comes to, or divided. Some of you may, like, whether you're single and or you're in a relationship, there could just be discrepancies about like where we want to travel, where we want to explore, where we want to move to. Where are we going with this? If we have 2 different end games in mind, nip it in the bud. If you're in a relationship or you're in a marriage and like the end goal isn't the same, here's your sign. Because if I want to live in Arizona because I can't handle the winter, but you want to live in Wisconsin because you love the winter, bruh, we're going to have problems. Or we're going to have to learn how to divide, you know, our time. Yeah, control and then a well-deserved reward. 4 4 8 8 9. So there could be somebody with Leo placements coming in, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius coming in. But we've got to learn how to redefine what stability is, and from a heart-centered place. So it's time to stop viewing our hearts as Pandora's box. Open your heart. There's your definition of joy and stability are locked up inside your heart. And if you do that, you won't be out here feeling all helpless and hopeless. You'll be feeling very much so in control of life, in control of yourself. Because if you can't control your emotions, you can't control your money. And if you do your part to reach for balance, there will be a well-deserved reward. But trust and believe 1 + 1 = 2. You get yours, regardless of what your relationship status is. You get strong in you, and there will be a strong we. Period. It's coming. I love you. You got this.